Hospitals. They're a big resource of saving people's lives, from toddlers to elders. For me, I was in the hospital for 3 weeks of my life when I was 20 months old. I had the same disease as famous guitarist / Backstreet Boy singer Nick Carter and professional wrestler Michael James head strain as well. What do you think this disease is called? It is called viral myocarditis, which resulted in cardiomyopathy. What is cardiomyopathy, you may ask? Well, I asked my doctor, Dr. Sean, via email, and he said,
cardiomyopathy refers to diseases of the heart muscle. The heart muscle becomes enlarged, thick, or rigid, and in rare cases, the muscle tissue in the heart is replaced with scar tissue. We rarely see this disease happen, but it often usually happens only 12 times a year, with a percentage rate of surviving depending on how bad your case is. As with the case of Trevor, his heart was at a late stage of him being dead the next day if I didn't send him to the hospital.
As what my doctor said to my parents after I left Sick Kids, I had a second chance with my life. My mom's reaction when she heard the news that I needed to go to the hospital.
We were sick for such a long time. It was like a month before they really even got us in to see a cardiologist. And when he took one look at you and he told us to race to the emergency room at the hospital next door, I mean, we were shocked and I was pretty much hysterical by the time I got to the hospital. It was just a terrible experience.
My dad wasn't there at the moment. He was at work. When he got the phone call, he was...
I was in total shock. I didn't know what was happening. I was at the office and Mom called to say that you were being transported down to Sick Kids, and I just rushed over to the hospital and didn't know what to expect.
Sometimes there were low moments, but there were also funny moments as well.
When you were in the hospital, someone was there, someone from the family was there with you most of the time. And one day when I was there, they decided that they were going to put a Holter monitor on you, and that involved putting a whole lot of leads on your body, and then you had a little sort of a radio case that you carried around. But you weren't terribly impressed with all these little wires, and as we walked back to your room, because you were walking by then, you were pulling all the leads off the wires off and saying, busy, 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 busy. And the nurses were all laughing at you. So they took you back to the room and changed the arrangement of the little radio part and put it in a backpack where you couldn't get at it.
We thought it was a good idea. He hadn't seen you in probably 10 days at this point, and we brought him in, and brought him up towards your crib and everything, and he immediately grabbed at your IV and your medicines and everything, and you just like kind of ripped it. I can't remember if it came out of your arm or out of the bag. Anyways, it was a bit of a disaster. They were able to fix it, but it was kind of funny.
Like if I wasn't alive anymore.
Well, it'd be a tragic loss on our part and a loss of a life on your part, and we think that you had a good life to live, and there isn't any reason why you couldn't have done it. And why did this happen to us? And we had all sorts of concerns at the time that some were rational and some weren't rational, but you're here, and thank God for that.
It would have been devastating. It would have changed our lives, and we never would have recovered from it.
I've never thought about that, Trevor, and I think it would have been just awful. We'd have missed a lot of really, really happiness in our lives if we hadn't had you.
My second chance in life was huge for me. It brought my family closer as they were before. Some stuff would have happened what I could not done by graduating from high school or coming to Durham College for digital video production.